Hello there and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Daphne. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are back in my front yard and we're going to be doing our second project here in the front bed. I know in our previous video we did a lot of mulching. We added in some pansies. We spoke about the layout that we're going to be doing in the upcoming season, and then we also put down those Spanish pebbles. And I really like the way that the front bed is turning out, but we needed to do our next step. And what we had spoke about was we were going to add in a water feature. So I just took a trip to Lowe's. We had did a huge pickup order, and I have all of my supplies that I need for the water feature. So we're going to head back home. I just want to take this time to thank Lowe's for partnering with me on today's video, and I am so excited to share it with you guys. So on top of the in-store pickup, I also had a couple of plants delivered to my home. So I wanted to show you guys how they arrived at my home. I have to say this is the first time that I've ever ordered plants that have been delivered. I usually go directly to the nursery, so I'm super excited to be receiving this from Lowe's and to see how it was packed and how you're able to order something on the app and then receive it at home and not have to take that trip out, and to see the quality of the plants. So we're going to be using these items to plant out in the bed and then also doing an arrangement. Quick reminder, if you didn't get all of the mulch is on sale for $10. If you need to, today 4/16 is the last day, so use my link, do a in-store pickup. As long as you purchase it today, you have a grace period of I think 5 days to pick it up, so make sure you place your order today. So the first thing that I wanted to do was to just put in the fire pit, which we're using as our water feature vessel. I just wanted to pop it in the spot that I was thinking about having it in and see how it looks, because I've just been looking at inspirational photos for now, but I really want to see how it looks in my space. I wanted to just give you guys a close-up look of a couple of the items that I had showed originally that I picked up. So this is a floating lily pad variety pack. It's a 3-piece pack. It is made of like a foam material, and it's in 4 different pieces. So you'll see later when I put it together. The other item is this LED rock light, and the lumen in it is really high. So I'm excited to see how that works out. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be relocating some of the plants that we have in this bed. And if you remember, we extended this bed last fall. We added about 1.5 feet and we reshaped it. So a lot of the plants that we had here, for instance, like the tulips and also the blue ficus grass, is too close to the euonymus. So we're not going to move the tulips, but we are going to move the grasses, and we're going to just pull them out, and we're going to take up the new real estate that we have in the front bed. This video was filmed over about a 2 to 3 day span, and today it was in the mid 60s and it was absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed being outside and working and being able to do this little project. Now, I shared in the past, so I live in New York. I garden in zone 7A, and our last frost was on April 14th. Now, with that being said, you still have like a buffer of 2 weeks early or 2 weeks late that you possibly might have a frost. So I still am looking at the calendar, for the next 2 weeks. I'm definitely checking the forecast to just make sure that we don't have any frost warnings or even close to it. If we do, then I'm definitely going to have to cover up or bring inside, some of the items. But I'm super excited to be able to be out here and start planting. So I went and I grabbed a couple of the plants. So I picked up 4 of the bubblegum super petunias. And I wanted to nestle them in here on the bed. So I'm just doing a quick layout to see, because these plants are very large. They spread and they're going to look absolutely beautiful. So I want to make sure that I'm putting them in the right spots. And I think that I found the perfect, layout. So I'm just going to lay them out and then we're going to get started with planting them. So how's everyone doing? I am so excited that we are in the planting process. So let me know, have you guys already passed your frost date in your area? And when you leave a comment, just make sure that you introduce yourself. Just let me know your name, and then also where you're gardening, and if you've passed your frost date and if you started planting. I know that's a lot. So if you just want to say, hey, just leave me a plant emoji or flower emoji in the comment section. That just lets me know that you're here, you're enjoying the video, and I'll continue to bring videos like this. Either way, thanks so much. The plant cans that these bubblegum super petunias came in actually are biodegradable. So I'm trying them out. So the first one that I did, I think 3 out of the 4 I put in the can so that I can see how they grow. And then the last one I planted outside of the can. So it tells you that you just need to take off the 2 side tabs and then just plant the whole can, and then over time it's going to biodegrade. So we're going to see how that works out. For now, we're just gonna pop this plant towards like the back. It's a juniper. We overwintered it, and I'm trying to figure out where we're going to be putting it in the landscape. But for now, I'm just putting it in that little section underneath the sand cherry. And then later on, once we figure it out, it'll either be here in the front yard, probably actually on the rock slope. I'll be able to put it there because I have one already there. So what I'm doing is I am trying to see if this fire pit will be watertight. So I'm just adding in some water, and I realized that it's not. Now, when I purchased it through the app, I opted for the assembly, and I'm not even sure why I did that. I think what I was thinking was that I was using it as a fire pit, not even thinking that I was actually using it as a water feature vessel. So I really didn't need them to put all the screws and everything together. So what I'm doing is taking it apart, and I'm trying to figure out what I can use to be able to make it watertight. So what I did was I took a trip out, and I was able to find some Flex Seal. And I just read the instructions, and it says that we have to start with a clean base. So I'm just going in with a little degreaser, cleaning the surface, and then we're going to apply the Flex Seal. Let me know if you guys have ever used this before. It's my first time using it, and I absolutely love the results. I was a little hesitant at first because I think the first time that I've ever seen this was on like an infomercial or something, and I was a little skeptical as to if it actually was going to work, but I definitely can say that it worked wonders. So now that we apply the tape, I'm just going to put it back in the spot, and the instruction says that we have to let it set for 24 hours before, introducing it to water. So in the meantime, I'm going to do this arrangement. I'm going to be using the arborvitae and then also the plants, the balance of the plants inside of this planter. So I'm just going to go inside, get them, and then we're going to get started with planting. So all of the items that I'm sharing today, I'm going to have linked inside of my Lowe storefront so that if you're interested, you can shop. And when using my link, you can either purchase online or you can order in the app for in-store pickup. And it's very convenient to be able to do. So definitely check the description if you're interested. So I am going to be planting towards the back of this planter a 2.5 quart arborvitae, and then in the front we're going to be planting 2 supertunias, and this is Picasso purple, and this is a new variety for me. I've never used it before, and I think that it's going to be really beautiful once it settles in, and once it's able to thrive in the pot. Usually whenever you do your planting for the first week or so, it looks very limp, but then once the plants settle in and they start rebounding, They look amazing. So I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted. Upcoming, I'm going to be working on the front porch, so this will definitely be showcased in that video, so definitely stay tuned. So this is mid next day. I didn't quite wait the whole 24 hours, but it definitely was enough to be able to get the tape to adhere well. So it definitely worked. I was able to plug up all the holes, and I'm just adding in the water. I'm adding in a little bit, and then I'm checking it, and then I'm going to add up the additional water level that I want to have. And then I went in the back and I got some more of those same Mexican pebbles that we've been using throughout the landscape, because I want to have that as a base and also to cover up the tape and just make the overall water feature look really nice. So this water feature I purchased on Amazon, so it's going to be linked in my Amazon storefront. It was a very high rated pump, and it works very well, and it had about, I think, 8 or 9 different attachments. So I'm just putting it together, and then I'm going to try out the different types of pumps to try and figure out which one I want to be able to use for this feature. So I'm just going to go through the process of seeing how the water flows and picking which one I like. So now that we have the right nozzle that we're going to be using, I'm just adding in the water lilies. And then keep in mind that the water feature hasn't charged up. This is a solar water feature, so it does need to have enough sunlight for you to see the full pressure. But for now, this is how it's looking. Again, I'm definitely going to update you guys so that you can see how it actually is performing after it has sufficient sunlight. We're adding in the solar rock light, and I'm just going to give you guys a close-up of how the water feature is looking right now. It is so soothing. It just has like a very subtle bubble sound, and I really like the way that it's working inside of the landscape. So I am considering removing the base and just nestling it directly down on the surface. So in the next video, you might see it looking like that, or you might not. I'm gonna try it out and then I'm going to see how I like it. If I like it better this way, then I'll keep it. One thing that I do want to say is all of the plants around it, once it grows in, it's just going to nestle in very nicely. I'm going to pop up an image of the inspiration so that you can see what I was going for. And hopefully once everything grows in, we'll definitely be able to achieve that. So next up, I wanted to just clean up the lawn on this side. And I was out, raking, and my neighbor came by and we were just chatting for a second while I'm getting all of the dead, debris that was on the lawn. This is always good in the springtime because you're able to have the lawn breathe before you do any type of treatment. So that's what I'm doing today. I went and got my Scott's spreader, and inside of it I have some Scott's weed preventator. So I just follow the directions on the back of the bag. This is going to be linked inside of my Lowe storefront so that you can check it out if you're interested. And we're just going to apply it to the lawn. We're going to be doing a couple of applications. I'm going to be using this preventative. I'm also going to be doing some liquid fertilization, and I'm going to give you a close-up. It's Simply Lawn that I'm going to be using. I've been using it for several years. It's a liquid application. I'm going to be putting down a fertilizer. I'm going to be putting down a booster, and I'm going to be putting down some kelp and humic to just revitalize this portion of the lawn. So as I'm putting down the last application, I just wanted to take this time to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you are here for this journey. We're going to be doing so many projects, and this is only the start of the beautification that we're going to be doing for this season and for the upcoming 2 seasons. So I just want to thank you so much again for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed. This is all of the liquid products that we use if you want to take a screenshot. And I just want to thank you again. I hope that I will see you in the comments. Make sure that you leave me a home emoji. You can leave me a home, a plant, or a flower emoji to just let me know that you enjoyed today's video. So until the next time, have a blessed day.